What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. Let's talk about a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! News that has some people very angry, disheartened. They've just lost a ton of value in a card, while other people are jubilant. They're excited, they're happy. They get a chance at something they missed out on that has gone to ridiculous prices that they can't really justify buying. Konami is reprinting the Lost Art Dark Magician Girl and waving it in the same fashion as it was first released, as a Lost Art promotion to support OTS stores. If you're not familiar with the Lost Art promotion, we'll get to that, but basically this has split parts of the community on, is this a good thing, is this a bad thing? There are pros and cons to it. I personally think the pros outweigh the cons, but obviously if you're holding a stack of these, you probably are more so inclined to think this is something terrible. You've just lost X $100 because you've got a page of these, that sort of thing. When we look at the market price and where it was at the beginning of the day, it was at $72, and now people are listing English copies at $45. In Facebook groups you might have seen, people are trying to sell it at 40, 30. There's a discussion on, well, this is still a very good long-term hold. I think it'll still go way up in the future. Well, look, whenever you're talking time and money together, that means you can make that money move again, either by trading, selling, buying, or putting it somewhere else. There's an opportunity cost to that with something that you know is going down. So yes, people have a reason to be a little upset if they had this, but I want to point out that it did not really get a proper release. Wonky quantities were sent to other stores. Then you're going to have those corrupt store owners that put their cases over to the side. Oh no, we didn't get enough of that later on eBay that night. So you do have a lot of quantities that didn't get to where they were supposed to go, or just straight up because the new Lost Art promotion was every 2 weeks, the quantities weren't the same, and now we'll probably get close to what the Exodia or Monster Reborn quantities are, and over time they've appreciated overall. Exodia now worth the $30 that the Lost Art promotion gives, and you can see it's had multiple buyouts to where this spiked to 50, but right now resting more towards 30, and Monster Reborn towards, what, 40, 41, 42? It's up there as well, past its original price of entry. Now, what is the price of entry towards the Lost Art promotion? You spend $30 MSRP on the product, and you get handed this card for free on top of it for supporting a local tournament store. That's an awesome promotion by Konami, but they are now taking the top Lost Art promotion and rewaving it. This will create demand, people driving into shops, but the overall population of this card goes up, thus decreasing the top example of what you can get whenever going for this. But it's still a freebie throw-on that's awesome. People love to collect Dark Magician Girls. They want full binder pages of it. They want to have this collectible back from the original, whether it's you need to be bonked because you're posting where you shouldn't be, or because you just enjoy the aesthetic. People love collecting this card. Let's go ahead and read through this as well, so you might get a better understanding. While local tournament stores at your OTSs may be on pause right now, there are still many ways you can support your local OTS. With tons of exciting product releases to come this year, we're happy to announce that the Lost Art promotion will return in 2021. And it's kind of funny because Raging Area just showed up at shops all of a sudden with a bit of a shorter skirt here, and then they make the announcement after it's kind of ground and pounded. It's already at the shop, so they're kind of reacting to their own stuff getting out there. And not only will it return, but you'll get a second chance to collect the special Lost Art variant of Dark Magician Girl in case you missed the chance last year. Like previous Lost Art promotions, this year will follow a similar format. In addition to Dark Magician Girl, 11 cards will feature new artwork that has never been available outside Asia, with a refresh release around the middle of each month. While supplies last, you can receive a free Lost Art promotion card when you spend at least $30, excluding sales tax, on sealed Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG products at participating OTS promotions. While Dark Magician Girl will return later the year, you can expect to see other Lost Arts as we work our way through 2021. The Charmers make a splash with Raging Area and continue to heat things up with Blazing Hita. I can just hear that announcer for the commercials reading this off with how they've written this one too. The WXYZ Dragon Catapult Cannon launches into action, in addition to a chaotic twist with Vampire Vamp and Celestia Lightsworn Angel. I guess they can't say they made her a little more appealing for the kids that are gonna hide her in the closet from mommy as I did with my cards when I was 13. The latter half of the year has even more exciting cards that we can't wait to show you, with an iconic TCG favorite and even popular versions of monsters from a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh! Animated series, but you'll have to stay tuned to find out. Make sure to reach out to your official tournament store for more details. So again, this is made to drive traffic, and right now, nothing drove traffic to OTSs like the Dark Magician Girl, and her being atop the Lost Art promotion really shows when you look through things. This is the ultimate example of a collectible that's basically printed by Konami, not in their self-interest, but in the self-interest of helping stores. On the other side of the fence, though, they have to know that with the demand of this, people went and spent their money and tried to collect, and in a sense, they're printing money, but for OTSs. So it does dishearten people a bit for investing this in the future. And to that point, if you were investing in this already, you should have known Konami at any point could go, we're gonna do the secret Lost Art promotion with X new Lost Art cards and secret rares of your favorite previous Lost Arts. At any point in time, Konami could have just figured out a way to create a product that includes these and redone them. They just haven't yet. And examples of the past of Konami breaking their rules, none better than the Megatons. We go to the 2018 Megatons, guaranteed promos, but something's changed from the past. 2019, suddenly the amount of holos inside changed. No longer do you get guaranteed promos, but they're by random number generation. In 2020, all of a sudden there's no promos after one of the most successful Megatons of all time, and instead there's a Chase import boss monster inside of the set where you have to bust open the packs and hope to get them. They change things all the time. Flip of a coin, drop of a feather. They can do whatever they want whenever they want with their property, and it's about finding a happy middle ground. So yes, I understand if you're mad. You were holding this. You haven't lived through enough Yu-Gi-Oh! To see how Konami can just do whatever it wants whenever it wants. But I do think this is great for tournament stores. It's great for people who wanted this card and get another chance at not only getting product, but getting it free on top. And that's why people are running away from them, by the way. That would be my advice right now. I would sell them right now and then take the opportunity to go support your OTS, get $30 of product, get what essentially will still be a $30 card probably that will start to see a shift back up as quantities go out. But supply versus demand, the supply is now way up for this card, and the top example of a Lart with the same quantity is 40. Is she more iconic? Arguable, probably yes, being a waifu and having the waifu tax she'll increase past it over time. I do agree that it's a great long-term hold, but versus right now, if you're expecting it to go up for 50 and people are selling 45 on TCG Player, do the math versus the time it'll take to go back up after the dip of the quantities hitting the market. I would personally sell, go get product and get them for free, and then do what you will with them and be in that competition and hunt while supporting your stores. Now, when will it drop? Right now, it's Raging Area out there. We'll have to wait and see. They've obviously bolded her and pushed her as the biggest one. Stay in contact with your OTS stores. Keep up with them if you want to get this. It is pretty much a free plus to end up getting one of these. And Konami does know what they're doing with this move, but the fact that it was so botched initially getting out there and stores struggling to get quantities at all, or some getting none, some getting 8, others getting 30. It was a really wild ride to watch. So hopefully this time there's a good amount out there, not only here, but in the EU and wherever this promotion is going to be running specifically for re-waving her. And I think overall it is a good thing, but it does hurt the faith in the Lost Art promotion. It does hurt people going, okay, I have skill drains. What's my move now? Do I want out of this at this point, or am I going to ride this wave and see if anything happens? Will it be favorites only that get reprinted like this? Will it end up in another product? You're putting your faith in Konami's hand with a special product that was meant to help stores, but again, anytime Konami can decide what it's going to do, like a whole year of the favorites of the Lost Art promotions rewaved at stores. That could be a thing that happens. You've got to realize and think from their perspective of what they could do if they wanted to, and then check that with reality and what probably will happen. Will this be a one-off time? I think certainly. Probably it's an example of a one-off time because of the situation the world was in and what happened, but you never know, and you're risking it when you go into something that can be recreated, redone, rewaved, and that's what's happening with the Lost Art promotion here. Still really awesome. I think it's one of the best things Konami's ever done, this entire promotion with stores to support stores. I understand the people that are angry. I understand the people that are happy. You're both not necessarily wrong, but the clashes in the Facebook group where we're seeing people laugh react on people trying to sell, people saying F people with stacks of them, like, people they can spend on whatever collection they want, and they can be understandably a little bit upset if a rewave that was unexpected happens. Come on, there's two sides to this coin. Definitely, you would be angry if, say, your meta deck unexpectedly got reprinted you just invested in, and say, Ghost from the Past suddenly has the most insane reprints, and most of the community would be happy, while you might be spending there having just spent $1,000. It's different strokes, different folks. People went for a collectible in this one. So I get both sides, but overall I think this is a better move, in my opinion, than a worse move because of how it was initially handled.